Oh wait, this different thing. Okay. Hello. Did I? I don't remember. We are back in West of Dead. How's it going, partner? Portion of recent hills when striking enemies with melee weapon. Ah. Right. I still don't get... Here's the thing. The original one is so good. You know? Push right there. I think this one. The original one is so good. Like every time you take cover, like the enemy, like you recover health. It's so good that it's legitimately like, why do you even need any other? I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit. Too loud. Anyway, I called today's stream on Twitch 3 hours before SpaceX goes public, and I'm playing West of Dead. And the reason I called it, because it's exactly what it says on the tin. Like the SpaceX stock will be in 3 hours. Could be 2. In couple of hours, it's gonna go public, and probably do bunch of wild shit. Is it important to everyday normal life on average person? I don't know. Oh. I'm not sure. Like it is a thing of the fact that stock market is, it's weird, to say the least. There's no other way to describe it, I guess. Specifically, what I mean when I say weird is that essentially the idea behind stock market is that essentially a company has an idea, right? Let's say company has an idea, like I want to make fucking best yo-yos in the country, okay? Critical hits if shooter is below 50 health. That's interesting. I have an idea for best fucking yo-yos you can ever imagine. But I don't have the money for the yo-yo to make the yo-yo factory, right? So I come up to a bank and go, hey, I need some money. I need some money for the yo-yo. And the bank goes, okay, we can provide you this amount, which would be like a, well, we can provide you this amount, which would be insufficient for the amount you need for the yo-yos. It would only cover like 50%, let's say. Or you can go public as a stock trading company, and we will buy stock from you. And for the value of that stock, son of a bitch. For the value of that stock, you can like you get the money, and you can make your yo-yo factory. Okay. And what happens is that the bank doesn't want to hold the fucking yo-yo stock, okay, and cash out from it. Well, like sometimes they do, but most of the times they don't want to hold it. So they will sell it to other people to recoup the costs, essentially. And they'll take the stock and sell it to other people, and then those people can either hold on to the stock, right, and wait if like essentially the company, if the company succeeds, right, and starts producing money, it will give you money from the stock, like that's called derivatives, or it's gonna, like, if it's not a derivative stock, you can just cash it out. Essentially, you can just go in like, hey, I would like to like sell it. And in certain sense, you can, the more valuable the company, the higher value of the stock, and so you can essentially recoup more than what you originally spent from the stock. That's essentially the idea. But now there's a bunch of speculative investment behind stocks, where essentially what's happening right now, the best example is SpaceX. It's the fact that essentially it was not public this entire time. It did not need the money from like from the stock. It just took money from like other sources, either private investorship or shit like that. And this one's better because not enough. Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah, come back when you're a little bit richer. Right now, essentially, what's happening with SpaceX is that they did not need to acquire money through like the stock saying, you know, like investors give you money, right? They buy some stock from you. You make sure to give them some money back later. What SpaceX was doing is just getting by. But recently, they decided to go public. Which means that they will be trading money for stock. Okay. And evaluation of the company prices the stock so high that the people who will hold the stock first, which is Elon Musk, will be super fucking rich. And they get the first dips. Essentially, the idea will be that kind of like in pump and dump scheme. Actually, exactly like in pump and dump scheme. The first investors, which is people who did not invest in like stock, but just directly into the company, they got bunch of right now shares of shares in stock of SpaceX. That now, as soon as it goes public, they can sell for absurd amount of money, which will immediately tank the price of the shares that just entered the market. Like it will be evaluated very high, and then bunch of stock will be dumped, and so it will decrease the value of the stock, and the economy will do a little dance, a little jig. And because it's going in 3 hours, I'm wondering what it's gonna do to my 20 stocks that I hold. Not in SpaceX, I just hold like random other stocks, but I'm just curious what's gonna happen as soon as like those 3 hours. Especially because additionally Trump is like again talking about the fact that we're rich in peace. We're rich in peace with fucking with Iran, any moment now, Iran will be saying thank you to JJ Trump for not nuking us, okay? And essentially, the reason he's doing it is most likely to pump up the Elon stock a little bit more. Because the markets are doing very good because of this news, and then Elon Musk stock rises even higher. You know, it's like Donald J. Trump is just giving like Elon Musk a little bit of a lift so he can dunk, I guess. Also, right now as we're speaking, I'm having some pork cooking up in an oven. It's for sure. I'm like 99% certain. It's gonna be way more tender than the previous one I made, because the previous one I made, I brought it up to 80 degrees Celsius. I was trying to like keep it 80 degrees, between 70 and 80, and that's because what's it called? Because essentially I was having I had like read on a website where they were like optimal temperature for like meat for collagen to break down into gelatin is 70 to 80 degrees, and I followed that website, and it kind of didn't work. And this time I followed a different website, and they were like, actually the optimal temperature is like 90 to 95 degrees Celsius. I was like, huh, it's like a way higher temperature. And I was like, you know what? Maybe that's the key. Yeah, skip the fucking. Because this time, as I was making this pork, I was like I was flipping it around, right? Because sometimes you need to like flip so both sides are evenly cooked, because I didn't have like a smoker, you know. I wish I had a smoker. But I wish I had like a grill, essentially. But so I was like flipping it on each side, and to get like even color. And then as I was like flipping it, like 30 minutes before the stream started, the fucking thing fell apart in like 2 pieces. I was like, oh, now this. Now this is a well-made. Fuck, wrong button. Why am I shooting this? Wow. Wow. Hold up. Get some health. Get some health. I knew it. There's the guy.
I tried to focus on the sweet root.
Nah, bitch. What's he shooting moves? Nice.
One more sent west, and a nice little reward for me.
Am I crazy, or we used to not meet outlaws that often in like the first 2 chapters of this game? Like now it's like every fucking time, you know? You know what happened today? I was working out, and as I was working out, somebody knocked on my door. I was like, okay, probably a neighbor, right? Put on some shorts, and open the door, and what do I see but a police officer? I kind of like, what can I help you with? And turns out they were just looking for somebody apparently registered for his apartment, which is they gave me like an Arab name, and I was like, nope. Sorry, amigo. I'm not exactly the guy named Al Hussein. Pretty sure that was the name that I heard. I'm not even sure. I'm not even like 100% sure if I heard the right name. I'm like, sorry, don't know. Which is like, I mean, objectively, there is probably like, it's probably like one of my neighbors, because, I mean, there's like 3 Arab guys living in this apartment alone. There's probably like one of them, statistically speaking. Like, what are the chances, you know? What is the chances police arrived and they just found a wrong guy? Like, but anyway, I had to just go to them and like, I don't know anybody's names in this place. Like you might as well say you're looking for a Prince of England or whatever, you know, like I can't tell you, mate, sorry. No, yeah, that was that was an interesting. I definitely did not expect to encounter police out of nowhere. Hey Macy, how's it going? How are you doing today? Did I miss something? No. Person's alright. Hey Macy, how's your day going? Thank you. That's a very nice thing to say. Whoop. Let's see. Whoop. Okay. One last guy. I mean, here's the thing. There's often I get a comment about Nautor, and like I don't know how interested it is to say about like how I made it, because objectively it just like it's not like the fact that I made it myself. I guess out of all of it is more interesting than the fact that more interesting than the fact that I had I just depicted what I look like in real life, minus the horns, or add the horns. I don't know. I always liked the design of these specific horns, because I always when I was in high school, I used to 3D model just as a hobby. And let's see, what should I go for? Let's go with this one, I guess. I used to 3D model as a hobby, and like I had like one design that I was trying to work on at the time. I think if I like revisit it, I could definitely like make the whole thing right now, and like it would number one look better, and number two I could like but the model that I was working on definitely had exact horns that I have right now. Thank you for following. That's awesome. I mean, oh wait, what? There's this guy, huh? Oh, wrong. I mean, we're playing different kind of games. This one is the roguelike shooter, right? In other games that we're doing, yesterday we did Quake 2. On Monday, Tuesdays we're doing Shifu. But it's also not but it's also not static. So like whenever we finish a game, we usually move on to another game. And usually it's just a mix of usually just a mix of what's it called? It's either an older game where we do like a series of older games. For example, we did the entirety of Doom until we did Doom Eternal and Doom Dark Ages. What a slog, Doom Dark Ages though. Doom Dark Ages is, out of all of them, is like by far one of the most one of the worst entries in the series. And I'm including Doom 3D, because Doom 3D at least had like a they were doing at least like some creative idea of like exploring like oh hey William, yeah, the Rec Room died. You honestly, man, move on. Like it by now you can kind of just move on from a game. I mean, actually, what was Rec Room? Like what was the gameplay of Rec Room? Wasn't it like VR chat essentially? Like, can't you just go into VR chat now anyway? Like, it was Roblox and VR chat, or like, do you mean Roblox in VR chat? And that's part of the cool challenge of it. They actually did ruin the intensity of Doom in Doom Dark Ages. But wait, what do you mean? They all had the same avatar, each unique? Do you mean they never had the same avatar? Well, like every avatar was unique? But like, what I mean is that like, yeah, I guess Well, to be fair, number one, VR chat got like shut down as well, right? Wasn't it shut down by like Meta? Okay, I genuinely get it less. So it's the same model, but each was dressed uniquely. You know, humans look kind of different, you know. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, it said that the games that you like to play died. There's no other way to say it. That's pretty sad. But yeah, but playing yeah, like Rec Room shut down because it wasn't being profitable, but wasn't there was another VR game that got shut down because like the person who took over essentially was like the numbers are not high enough. But also like 11 million people, 111 million people does not equal revenue. Yeah, you see, that's what I was talking about. The VR chat also shut down because fucking Meta stuff. VR chat shut down because well, it boils down to has not shut down despite online rumors. Co-founder. Okay, so that's not VR chat. Um. Okay, but what I'm saying is that like 111 people does not equate profitability as long as people are not investing money into the game. Like if let's say, okay, let's say I was the owner of Rec Room. Okay, I made Rec Room. I'm running the servers, right? And I'm running the servers, and 111 people gave me their money for Rec Room. Okay, like they here's money, okay, and I'm running with this money the servers. Servers are pretty fucking expensive. So if 111 people shut down for, which is show up, which is like a lot of space. It's a lot of server space. It's very expensive, right? And then I go, okay, I can run. I don't know, like let's say it costs you $100, $100 per like per person per server per person per hour of them playing the game, right? 111 people buy $100 for an hour, and you have all your money is gone. So you have to kind of like increase revenue by like selling items on the market, you know, doing like other That's how GTA Online stayed active, because they kept selling like loot stuff, like items and skins. They had like digital currency and all the other bullshit. So so it stayed active because people were putting money into it. That's how Roblox is staying active, because like all of their server space like gets compensated by people buying the items. Like CSGO, all the other games. So if 111 people showed up but they don't put in any like money in like microtransactions, that just means that the game is not profitable. Like it doesn't matter that there's 111 people if the thing doesn't like bring any money. It's like better example of this would be if I had like a restaurant, right? And like I had 11 people constantly show up to my restaurant, but in the last 10 years, also, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I mean, in that sense, I was talking about the fact that, like, this is what Stop Killing Games was about. The idea is that, like, when the Rec Room is shutting down, they could, like, give away the code or something for the servers, and people could just run their own servers in perpetuity, you know, like, without, like, Rec Room needing to bother. In fact, like part of the cost, like, of the running the servers could have been avoided if they just made allowed people to have, like, private servers, right? If you have, like, just bunch of private servers between players, kind of don't need to spend money on your own server space. Like, it's not ideal because obviously was, like, if you're taking the money and the only way to play a game is to play on somebody's private server, that's not ideal, because essentially that equates to, like, lower safety for the user, because, like, you go to the server and, like, they have, like, malicious actors or something, and it's like, no worries, have a good meal. Actually, that does remind me of the fact that essentially hey Macy, it does remind me actually about the fact that DayZ, right? DayZ spawned off bunch of, like, a lot of different what's it called, a lot of different, like, sub games within it. Like, PUBG came from DayZ. I think Arma came before DayZ. Like actually DayZ came from Arma, but DayZ, like, spawned a lot of, like, games that were, like, kind of DayZ clones, like Rust, Ark Survival Evolved. All of that is kind of like, it started off as, like, this is just like DayZ, but, like, we have unique spin on it, you know? And essentially the reason DayZ was very successful is because people had a lot of their own private servers. Like DayZ was an Arma was like a game, right? It was a game about, like, it was a game about, like, army and, like realistic army simulations and stuff. And DayZ was, like, a mod for that game, where essentially, like, what if now with all of this, like, systems that we have, you could, like, use it to make like a zombie survival situation, right? What if you could survive in, like, zombie apocalypse? Oop. And that in turn boiled down to like, this mod spread, like, you would have a bunch of, like, private servers with this mod on, right? And those servers spread to people going, hey, what if you took this, like, concept, but then, like, change it up a little bit? For example, one of them is, like, Rust, you know? People really liked, like, making, like, bases and like, surviving together in, like, groups. They didn't particularly care about the zombies and whatever. They made Rust, okay? Which is a popular game now. Then other people were like, okay, I actually do like killing people within the game more. So what if we made PUBG, which came from that? Like that's where it came, PUBG, and then later Fortnite and all other battle royale style games. And it all started partially because there was essentially what but what I was saying is that, like, and it all started and worked that way because essentially, since DayZ was a mod, it didn't have official servers, and so there was never an official gameplay style imposed on people. And number one, that increased popularity of the game, because essentially, if you went from server to server, you could, like, find different like, essentially sub games that you wanted. You know, you could play DayZ, but you want to specifically kill people. You want DayZ, but you specifically want to survive on the base. You want DayZ, but like it's a roleplay server, you know. And all of that popularity came from the fact that it was all private servers and not like there wasn't like big oversight about it. And so in that sense, that can give you like strengths if you're doing some creative game like Rec Room, where you essentially leave it to the players to decide what they want. You can do like bunch of private servers and do whatever you want. In fact, that's partially also the popularity of Roblox. The reason why Roblox are so popular right now is because it's like bunch of kids and they get to like essentially sandbox shit. Actually, is Roblox still popular? I feel like by now, you know. By now, it's like popularity would have waned. But I might be wrong. Like, while but what I was saying is that, like, while Roblox doesn't do, like, private servers where you can do... It does do custom games where essentially it's a sandbox of do whatever you want, whatever you like. I don't know much about Roblox. I haven't played. Now? I never played Roblox much myself, so I don't particularly know. It's actually better. Whoa. Games like Steel? Is that the game on Roblox or is that game on like somewhere else? Is it like an actual game or a game on Roblox? Either way, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I'll trust you on that, but okay. I mean, I don't know about it. I don't play Roblox again, so I have no point of reference. William did tell me about like a Roblox game that I essentially was like, you know what, I'll try it. And it was like and like it was essentially turn-based RPG. And here's the thing, I'm not much into turn-based RPGs. It's creative in sense of like it's cool that like a kid can like create a game like this, you know? Oh fuck. But it's definitely not my style of games. I mean, I can definitely see myself playing... I can definitely see myself playing like a game like those like Minecraft like parkour levels. Those are interesting because like it's kind of like a skill kind of thing, you know. I can see myself like constantly playing those. I know Resident Evil. Well, I never played it myself, but I do know. I don't know about the game series, and I do know. I do know there's a new game coming out. It's supposed to be like a remake of like a previous game, but they're taking like a more serious tone around it. Am I correct in remembering that? I do find it interesting. Oop. Let's see. Yeah, it is interesting. It is interesting for me at least. I like the lore of Resident Evil. I don't know if I'll ever play Resident Evil games myself, as I don't know if I can. Actually, to be fair, I did play Evil Within, so it's. I feel like I already played the game like that and I liked it, so It's not gonna be like a brand new experience at least. Whoop. I just don't know. For me, I think the problem is like starting a whole series. Like there's a lot of Resident Evil games, right? So like I just don't know if I want to like start with like a first Resident Evil game and then like keep going. The first they were like making a lot of remakes. I liked Evil Within quite fair. Evil Within was entertaining. Evil Within 2 was trash though. Like Evil Within 1 was pretty entertaining. I liked it very much. Evil Within 2 was like objectively I think trash in comparison. Like you cannot convince me Evil Within 2 was a good game. Like I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like Evil Within 2, number one, not as scary. It's all open world. Like Evil Within 2 was open world. It was less scary. Like though it was all just I don't know, kind of boring, I guess. Critical hits when shooter rolls. Interesting. 3 rounds. No. Wait, did I not spend all this in? I'm Ukrainian. What about you, matey? Whoop.
Danger. I could feel it.
Damn. Oh shit, you haven't... Wait, are you... You're still having an election, right? For Senate seat right now? Between... What's that guy's name? Like, one of them is a preacher. And another is... Oh, an unfortunate looking gentleman, I would say. To say the least. Whoop. Like, I've heard about this election quite recently. Mostly because, like, the guy... Like, one of the guys was, like, dunking on the guy who's, like, a preacher. But, like, the dunk... number one, his face could not support being smug. Like, when I was looking at him, I was like, whoa. Man, you can't do the smile, okay? Like, it kind of makes it very off-putting. And number two, also he had like very weak dunks. Like the dunks were absolutely just like he was missing the shots, you know. Like it's hard. I think here's the thing. It's hard to battle somebody when you're both inwardly and outwardly an ugly person, okay? Like, if you're ugly on the inside, but like relatively handsome on the outside, you can kind of go with it. If you're beautiful person on the inside but ugly on the outside, you can take the high ground. But like when you're both ugly on the inside and the outside, you kind of like, it's kind of difficult, you know? Nice. I mean, do they like I keep hearing about like elections for Senate in US right now. Like are all of your elections like scheduled on the same fucking date? Or what the fuck is going on? Why is there like a Texas election and there's a why is there a Texas election and there's what other there's like one more election I remember. The place that Stephen King loves. Like all of his scary what's it called? All of his scary places are all in that place. I forgot the same. Not Minnesota, some other place. Maine, now I remember. Yeah. In Maine there's another election going on. Like I don't particularly, it's difficult to care about politics, especially the country that's not your own. But like it's at very least interesting. Kind of like a, you know, kind of like a car crash. Like what do you mean you get only 2 parties? like that's very crazy. It's crazy that there is like so little choice. Actually, I remember when I was discussing with one of my friends. They live in Canada, and when they were discussing, he was discussing that he was like doing like he was like doing like picketing or whatever, like he was going around like spreading pamphlets stuff, and it wasn't even for like a specific party. It was specifically because like Canada's government was planning to like pass a law that would like decrease the number of parties, and he was like that would lead us to be in America 2.0, you know. So it's so he was like he was very much trying to like against it, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense, because because in Ukraine, like it is kind of customary for, it's almost customary for like a president to have their own party, you know. Like usually whenever like somebody goes for like a presidential run, they just do another one, you know. It's not really. It's also insane that I never had to vote. I've since the day I turned, like I'm pretty sure voting rights in Ukraine are since 16 years old. Am I wrong about that? Like you're legal to drive, you're legal to vote essentially. I might be wrong. I gotta check, because like I got my passport, and then like the time when I was supposed to vote, the fucking war came out. I was like, fuck. I'm actually gonna Google it right now. When is it legal to vote in Ukraine? Not legal as in like when the next election, which is like as soon as the war is over, essentially. Oh, age of 18. Okay, so I was wrong. Not 16, 18. National elections are currently suspended due to martial law imposed since February 2022. Yep. Future election. The next presidential election was scheduled for 2024, but was postponed. A specialized working group has effectively ruled out holding elections in 2026, saying they would only occur after ceasefire and a 6 months preparation period. Yeah. Candidates must be at least 35, huh? Wait, actually, how old is our current president? Ukraine president age. Okay, for first I saw like born 25. I was like I didn't see born, I just saw 25. I was like, he's 25 years old. Wait, what? Like there's no way. Like, he can't be the same age as I am, while also me seeing him as a grown man on TV when I was growing up. Okay, he's 48. Huh? Isn't it crazy? He's 48 years old. How old is Trump again? Like 80? Pretty sure he's like 80 or 90 right now, or something. He's like the oldest living president. We have 48-year-old guy who might never might not go for a second term, by the way, because I mean, objectively speaking, I mean, objectively speaking, I mean, he could go for a second term, and it kind of would like make people go like, well, I mean, he handled the war, you know. It's hard to kind of like disagree. Like that's an immediate trump card, but also at the same time, he's been a president for 4 extra years, so it's kind of like Plus, I feel like, here's the thing: if I get elected for any important position, right, and then I was going through the worst time in the company or whatever fucking times, you know, like I would kind of be like, as soon as the hard times are over, I would be like gone, you know. Oh, to be fair, like if it's a company, you know, I would not be inclined to stay, you know. I don't particularly have a like personally speaking, I don't have like a big pro corporation stance. Like if I'm working for you, I don't give a fuck. But like we're like family here. Yeah, my ass. Fuck that, you know. But what I was saying is that like essentially but if I had to, like, you know, I had to be there, like it's be there or be square. I kind of would, like, as soon as the tough times are over, I would be like, I'm fucking going. Like, you will not see me again. Texas. Yeehaw. You know, actually, now let's think about it. There's not a lot of props that I'm gonna give to... There's not a lot of props that I'm gonna give to Big Bang Theory, okay? No, not a big fan of the... Not a big fan of the TV show. But one thing that they kind of did make like funny is the fact that Sheldon comes from Texas. Like the biggest fucking stickler, the biggest fucking nerd on the show. Literally, the guy's so nerdy. My parents fucking called me him because when I was like, oh, it's kind of interesting when you watch the show. There's like a philosophical undertones, and they were like Sheldon. I'm like, fuck. But it is funny that he's like a from Texas, which is like a who would have thought, you know. But there is like a discontinuity that I've noticed. Okay, nobody else did, but I did. In the TV show Big Bang Theory, when they meet his older brother and he speaks with like a Texan accent, Southern accent. His girlfriend, Sheldon's girlfriend, says like, "Oh my God, did you used to sound like that? Can you still?" And Sheldon kind of goes like, "Yeah, I used to sound like that as a child, but as I matured, you know, I dropped the accent to sound more proper." And hold up. This one's interesting. But like in the TV show Young Sheldon, he doesn't have an accent at all, unless what he meant that he had an accent back like in the womb, you know. There's a probably. It would be funny though, like if like you had like a little nerdy kid. Here's the thing, I think they missed out because you could have like a little nerdy kid and he's speaking like a hick, you know. He's like, well, damn, this Hadron Collider is a real rip tickler, you know. And I know what the fuck you would say. And it's also there is like I remember, I know where the fuck I read it, but somebody was like talking about the fact that like it definitely wasn't the video, but somebody was like talking about the fact that essentially there is a stereotype about people with like people with that like American accent, Southern American accent, being like uneducated and dumb. And so like if you're like in a serious position, you have to make sure to like remove that accent, because otherwise nobody gonna take you seriously. Even so, like you're gonna have like hold 3 PhDs and people will like absolutely not see you seriously. Fucker. I wonder if there's like other accents that people don't take seriously if they like, even if they, well, like is it only like in America with like an American hillbilly accent that people kind of go like, ah, he can't be that smart? Or is there like another like you hear like French accent and you kind of cannot take them seriously at all?
No man should be too proud to better himself.
What the fuck? What? Okay, number one, I can't see. Hold up. God damn it. It's too dark. Exactly an hour on the dot. Please tell me it's a good one. Yay! It's the best one.
The odds started to tip in my favor. Some folks say don't get mad, get even. I say why not both?
Nice. Hell yeah. Keep going. Damn. Since I shaved, I'm trying to do like the regular routines, you know, like parsing my mustache with my fingers, and then like I realize I don't have the mustache anymore. Fucking just stubble. Annoys me. Oh. My beard is gone. I'm so sad. Can I get my beard back? My mom, when I called her last week, asked if I was gonna shave just like I did this week when I'm gonna visit them for like 10 days
Hunger as soon as I
in August. And I was like, eh.
couldn't move.
And like now I even want to do it less because like I'm touching my face and like I'm looking. Number one, when I look at the mirror, I kind of like don't recognize the face that I have because I go, fucking, where is the mustache? But even beyond that, like do I want to like shave and bother myself with this? Actually. Like the point that they die in 6 seconds. 44 damage. Why not, you know? It's side pistol anyway. Nice. Again? But lower level? What the fuck? Wait. Eh. You know, I did discuss Big Bang theory just a while ago, but here's the thing: I don't know if I even seen like a one fall episode of the fucking show.
Just like a cloud is lifted and the curtain.
Like I've definitely watched the clips, you know. And here's the thing: the clips don't make it more entertaining. You know, like how with Family Guy, sometimes you're like, I know if you get it, but like, I sometimes get a clip of Family Guy and I go like, huh, this is like relatively entertaining. Then like I'll watch an episode. There's never that with Big Bang Theory. It's never I go like I like. It's never like I'll watch a clip and I go like, damn, I wish I could watch more. Like in fact, this is how I watched what's it called? Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I mean, brilliant TV show, right? And like I started watching because I started watching because the like I would get like a clip and I would go, huh, this was like really funny. Let's see the rest of the episode. And then I was like, holy shit, the rest of the episode is pretty good. And then I would watch like maybe 2 more episodes and I would stop. And like I would again see Always Sunny in Philadelphia clip and I would be like, damn, this was fucking pretty funny. Let me watch another one. And that's how I watched the entire like TV show, which objectively good show. Like I don't know if they're done with the TV show by now because like I finished watching the last seasons they filmed, and it could be described as like the weakest season of the show, but it was still pretty funny season. And so because of that, kind of want them to be done on this note, because there's no more like a decline in the show quality. Because the TV show was just too good. It's like Rick and Morty been coming out, and I decided to like catch up on what I missed. And genuinely, it's like the comedy episodes, there's the least funny comedy episodes they had. Like there's good emotional episodes still, but the comedy episodes are like by far just boring as shit. Like they're not really funny. Like there's an episodes in the new season where like Rick pisses off like old kung fu master, and he like, and kung fu master does like a 5-finger death strike on Rick. That like if you step 5 steps after this punch, you die instantly, right? Essentially Rick goes on to like walk backwards and figure out how how to like solve this problem, which is very similar to their episode with the like devil. They had like an episode where they were like there was this guy was each kill adds a round to the chamber. That's pretty good actually. Wow. It's not powerful though. But you could replace it with this. So what I was gonna say, like it's very similar to like the one where Summer finds a job at like a magic shop. Turns out like it's run by a devil. And then like Rick obviously has problem with like the devil because like essentially Rick is too smart for like the magic voodoo bullshit. So he finds like a way to unmagic the curses part. Like it's still magic, but it's no longer cursed objects. Like typewriters that will like write novels for you, but then they come to life, you know? Well, now it's just a regular ass typewriter. Now it's a regular typewriter that just writes novel for you, without the most coming to life. Anyway, but with a new episode where it's like a Kung Fu Master, Rick tries to like unscience it, and Morty does the same thing that Summer did in the previous episode where Summer was like, no, I'll keep working with this devil, and then essentially devil betrays Summer. But like, was devil betraying Summer? It was like by essentially the very end of the episode where he's like, oh, you want to get revenge on him, and then they pump each other full of steroids and they like work out and they just beat the fuck out of the guy, right? And that kind of how it ends, how the episode ends. But it was Kung Fu Master. The Morty goes to study under the Kung Fu Master, and then turned out that like the Kung Fu Master is actually he does like the 5-finger death punch on like everybody. He just like if you disagree with him on any issue, he'll just like do the 5-finger death punch on you. And so he does the 5-finger death punch, and then the rest of the episode is number one, Rick trying to solve the 5-finger death punch, so they could go like in the mountains to search for the masters, and they solve the problem with the masters, and they then they finally solve the finally solve the entire issues, as then they learned Kung Fu. And then the rest of the episode is just a fight between Rick and Morty and the Kung Fu Master, where they're just like, oh, 5-finger fucking head explosion punch, 5-finger head reversal explosion punch, you know, like shit like that. Like like the ending was equally as pointless as the ending of the devil storyline. But with the devil storyline, the point was essentially like it started with Rick being in the wrong because he's kind of just screwing over Summer's job, and Summer going like, yeah, he's the devil, but like, so what? Any other job is just as screwed up as this one, and like this one at least pays me well. But here it's like, no, the guy had like, in fact, it kind of would like, the episode would work better if if Rick was turned out to be not in the wrong earlier in the episode, if it wasn't just simply like the guy does like the 5-finger death punch on Rick, right? And then Morty goes to like solve the issue. I don't know, he like apologizes on Rick's behalf, right? And then as like Morty comes in to like apologize, I know, maybe like his temper gets the better of him or something, and like he's like, I came here to apologize, and he's like, it doesn't matter, it's your uncle that your grandpa, I mean, that insulted me, so like your apology doesn't count. And he's like, oh come on, you can't just accept apology from me, right? And he's like, no. And he's like, oh come on, what's wrong with you? And he's like, is this an insult? And he just does a 5-finger death punch, and like, and immediately, and by that time, not only like oh, Rick was like surprisingly the innocent part in the party, you know, but like then you go for Rick already solved the 5-finger death punch and reverse engineered it, and now they're fighting against the old man. Because it had an absolutely nonsensical, I don't know who wrote the joke. They had just a joke about like the master in the mountains, like he has trouble with his daughter because his daughter is like in polyamorous like circle, and like he says like, back in my day we used to call it a slut, and it's like, what? Who made this joke? Like which one on your team made it a joke? Like, but because like out of all things, Rick and Morty feels like it, like specifically because it starts with like the like Rick and Morty's like earlier season started with the idea that like marriage is kind of like pointless. Like the whole point of like Bess and Jerry is the fact that like they have like a dysfunctionally functional marriage, right? And so like, yeah, like why wouldn't you just be like that joke feels like it should be in another episode. Like I guess it's like oh funny, like this, you have this like ancient martial arts guy, and like his problem is the fact that his daughter has like polyamorous circle, and it's not even him not well, he's not supportive in the sense that he calls her a slut, but like it's not even that he's like not supportive in the sense of like ooh, I hate that my slut daughter is like in polyamorous circle, can you solve this? It is the problem that he has is the fact that he like doesn't want to remember like 5 different names, you know. And then it also boils down to like, well, there's like a moral story of like well, there's 5 of them, so you have 5 chances to have your heart broken, which is like the polyamorous circle. Like what the fuck are you talking about? I feel like the chances of heartache from like breakup in the 5-person circle is actually less. The more people you're dating at one time, the less breakup hurts, because I feel like it devalues the at least in my opinion. I don't know, maybe somebody can counter it. Like I'm not against it, I'm just like, just not my kind of thing. So like for me it's like I give 100%, you give 100%, we both give 100% to each other, you know. Why would there be like Steve? Why also you have to give like another 100? Like no. What the fuck? But anyway, back to the, but like that joke doesn't fit within the episode. Within like the Devil Saga, when like Rick unmakes the devil curses and like and like not best fuck and Summer goes like, hey dude, I'm just trying to like get money. Rick in no part of it was like, and now I'm on a side quest with fucking meeting, I know, God, you know, and like turns out God also hates Lucifer because he's never paid rent or something. I did with the Summer Squadron. It was like straight A to B, like conflict. Like Summer has a summer job. No. Summer has a summer job. Turns out it's the devil. Turns out Summer knows it's the devil. You're just trying to get paid here.
I felt like I was being given memory. I could use.
Then Lucifer dumps Summer when she's no longer useful. And then they go beat up Devil. Straight A to B. None of the like fucking solve family drama of ancient martial art master where he has to solve his daughter's polyamorous circle. Also the fight. It had a lot of budget. Surprising amount of budget. Like, and like it's I guess cool because it's like, and it's cool in the sense of like an episode about martial arts master. It's kind of interesting to have a spectacle like that. But then they also ended on like they angered the martial arts god. They angered the martial arts god, so now they have to fight him instead. And they team up, fight the martial arts god. It would be interesting if instead you're spitballing ideas. It would be interesting if instead it ended with like a the martial arts master goes like, well, why are you even fighting me right now? You cured the fucking thing. And then they go like, and they go, you started. And he's like, I'm really just an old man who tries to seek oh, they actually do this. They do the like where he's like, I'm actually like deliberately get in conflicts with people because like he's like lonely essentially. But like it would be interesting if instead it's like was mid battle. He's like, I'm just a lonely man who's like seeks conflict because I'm old and lonely. And like, and he's like, do you never experience this? And then Rick goes, no, which he did in the episode. He goes, no, and like punches the old man. He does like the 5 point like death punch. And then the old man is like, I see. And then he like starts walking backwards. And then the cutaway for the episode is that the old man just like now lives walking backwards the entire time. Like that's just his life now, you know. Honestly, even discussing Rick and Morty, I'm just realizing how much it's boring now. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of just like, damn, this shit's fucking boring as fuck. Why was I watching it? Like, why am I trying to catch up with the seasons that's like, to the seasons of the shows that clearly are no longer good, you know? And it's not even, here's the thing. I know that they had to change one of their head writers because there was some nasty shit going on with him. But like, even beyond that point, I don't think lack of him is the reason why the show is bad. I'm saying like there's some sort of, oop, my pork is done. And I think there is some sort of like a rapist juice that fuels a good comedy, you know. I just think that like I just think that it was always destined to be like start slopping off after a while, and I'm pretty sure even when he was still on the team, the show wasn't that good. Hey Ashley, how's it going? Just curious, huh? It's not empty, it's panels? What? Just panels, and oh, it's empty because I didn't get to it. Like, about section on Twitch, it just has my bio, and my bio says my previous bio got deleted. Yeah. Twitch deleted my previous bio for being radical. About Worm Cave. And it has my YouTube channel, my Twitter, which got suspended, my Discord servers that doesn't work anymore. Huh. No, it also has it does have panels. It has a suggestion box. It has follower list. It has those two. There's a suggestion box and a follower list. Which, by the way, hold up. In the suggestion box, there is this comment from Scratcher 19 days ago. Make me able to chat. It's been a year and I still can. I don't know how. Like, there's no restriction or chat bans and times out are honored. Okay, then I have less idea what you mean by that. What do you mean edit panels? I mean, I could, but like, that's not. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. At least not now. I am looking for. I have an idea for some chat for some stream emotes. That I can implement. I essentially, because I have friends showing up sometimes on I have friends sometimes showing up on my streams. I'm making like models for them that will be able to like emote essentially with them talking. Essentially, because we always talk on Twitch, I can make like one of those like moving. Sorry, we always talk through Discord whenever I stream. I can like make them essentially a movable PNG that like opens them its mouth and like talks whenever they're talking. And I had an idea. So essentially, the original idea was to draw it, but then I realized. Yeah, I did make my model by myself. Anyway, so back to the point about making. Essentially, originally the idea was that my friend would get like a something drawn. No, come on. Something drawn by me, a representation of them. But then I realized that actually I'm fucking horrible artist. Oop. And I'm way better at 3D modeling. So the plan currently is to make a model for my friends. Oop. And then obviously like make them emote. And then that emote gonna be the emote for the channels. Plus it's the model gonna be representing my friends whenever they're over here chatting with me. What's this one? Delay after diamond combat. Oh, interesting. Not very useful. But I took a break from making my friends' models, mostly because I just got tired and I couldn't keep working on the models. I was just getting it just was taking a long time, and I was kind of like inspiration comes and goes, you know. That's the problem. I should start working on it again. There is a thing of me that I was describing about the fact that I hate sitting, and to work on the models I usually like sit down at the computer. But recently I found a workaround to it. But honestly, here's the thing: working on my laptop sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Mostly because, well, I'm not working on my laptop the same way like. I'm not working on my laptop the same way like. No. Keep rolling. Oh, fucker. I'm working on my laptop the same way like I'm just using the laptop for the work. I'm just sharing the screen from this PC to the laptop, and I'm essentially using this PC's like powerful hardware to work, which does make it more efficient because obviously laptops are not very good. Also makes the laptop cooler. That was once already. Oh yeah, the new character. What's his name? Cyclops came into Marvel Rivals. I played some Marvel Rivals games. I did not get to play as Cyclops because obviously, he just came out. People will be all over him. And here's the thing. Did I expect him to be busted? Absolutely. Is he busted? Most definitely. Like, this man, like, he is broken as shit. There is a little bit of a saving grace that, like, he seems to be not as broken as some other characters still are. So, for example, I've had a game with what's his name? With Cyclops. And the game was a game with Cyclops and Winter Soldier, that's his name, right? Winter Soldier fucking wiped. Hard carried the team. But there's actually a funny moment. On our team, we had a Winter Soldier, and he kept spamming again and again and again and again. And the enemy Loki, we had an enemy Loki. So, if you don't know, when a Loki clone gets destroyed by the after the ultimate attack by what's his name? By an ultimate attack from Winter Soldier. It still counts as if you destroyed like a human. So that in turn allows him to spam the ultimate again. And as like our Winter Soldier wasn't fucking, I don't know, his 13s again. I destroyed one Loki clone. And he's like, why did you destroy it? And he just smashed again at me. Which is pretty funny. He was like, no. Why? Why did you do that? I want one more. Like, it's not like we didn't win. He was spamming again so hard. He fucking drove them all the way to the base, you know.
A waft of rotten air told me this would take me into the bayou.
Anyway, I finished on essentially a win streak where I managed to. So previous couple of days I've had lots of lose streaks, and I got ranked down to Grandmaster 3. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Grandmaster 3, very low, you know. I had a massive win streak, so I managed to rank up to the Grandmaster 2. Also, also because it's like it's not new season, it's new half season. Because it's a new half season. They there was an announcement that they were like bringing back some of the old summer skins. So essentially, Marvel Rivals does like sometimes put like old skins in the vault, you know, and you get like a And you get a one-time opportunity. One-time opportunity to get those skins again. When they're unvaulted. Which I assume it's not gonna be a one-time opportunity. For as long as Marvel Rivals gonna exist, they're gonna keep bringing back the skins because it gives them a lot of money. Because especially if anything to show, because they're what's it called? They actually did show that the unvaulted skins gonna cost you like more, because now it's from 900 lattice to 1100, which means that transaction rate, it's like 2 euro more, as far as I understand. Like, and so it's gonna cost you 2 euro more to like unlock them. To be fair, here's the thing: they're not so greedy that they introduce this like three like unlocks you have to like get, you know? So that they introduce like 3, like you can buy like these like fucking things 3 times in like 1 month, essentially. Oop. Fucker. They're not so great that they introduced 3 of those and then another one on top of it. They did introduce a new skin, but that skin is free. And I'm kind of glad, because I was like, damn. If they also were like, you have to pay for this one as well, I would be fucking... I would be like, damn, that's fucking greedy as shit. Excuse me? Also, I was very surprised, but turned out I already bought all of those skins before. Great, because I... Like, now I'm a little bit more... Now I'm a little bit more, like, stingy with the, was like, do I want to buy the skin? But turns out, like, first summer skins, I've been buying every single fucking one of them. Because I was, like, looking at them and I was like, did I buy all of these? Huh. Oh, what's this gun? Huh? I didn't miss this gun, by the way. So that's another round, huh? Why not? Nice.
Like the trader had something new to offer.
Ugh.
The witch woman. I could feel her eyes on me.
Hell yeah, witch. What's this dead shot? Perfect aim is rewarded with critical hit. Huh? Interesting. It's 6 rounds. Wait a minute. Pretty good. Huh. It's pretty good, but it's just not good enough to compete with what we have right now. Ah. The bayou. I don't like this one very much. Let's see. Ooh. Nice. Ooh, what the fuck? What? No, on 1 HP. Holy shit. Oh, god damn it. God, gosh, darn it. Ooh. Nice. Quick, smooth action. Do-do-do-do. Nice. Okay. Oh. Last guy. Missed it. Why not? You know, I've been making real cheese sandwiches for myself because my neighbors keep giving me bread. They keep giving me bread constantly. And I'm kind of like, okay, fuck it, what can I do with it? I'm making grilled cheese with it. But my panini maker started to like heat up very slowly. I like I was making a panini. And I was making a panini and like took it like I don't know, like an hour or something to heat up. And I was like, there's no fucking way. Like I don't know if it's like broken or something. But like it just taken so long. I genuinely like what the fuck is going on with it, you know? Because I might want to disassemble it and just see if something's wrong. And honestly, I already disassembled it once, which just told me that that shit's like simple as hell. It's not very complicated. Panini, like surprisingly not very complicated. Just heat element.
The traitor.
I'm pretty sure a heat detector.
I wondered what he had this.
Otherwise, I don't know what the fuck that is. And 2 light bulbs. Just a very simple setup. But because of that, I don't even know what the fuck could have been broken in it, you know? If something did break, what could it be? Yeah. Whoop. Maybe it wasn't an hour and I just hallucinated because I was so hungry, you know? Man, I was so hungry, I was like, damn, this fucking panini is taking an hour to heat up. And it was like 2 minutes. um, no. Wait, actually. Wait a minute. No.
Things felt like I was on the trail of something mean and ugly. Now
There's our guy.
I tried to focus on the sweet reward.
Are you serious? There it is. Nice.
Ain't nothing better than seeing a little bit of evil leave the world.
Ooh, this was a nice restore. Nice. Yeah, the most fucking useless piece of shit I get in. One that restores all the fucking destroyed buildings. Another that teleports enemies towards you. What next? The one that spreads your ass cheeks for you? Like what? What am I gonna get? You know, today I did exercise and as I was doing my push-ups, I made myself a protein shake, and one thing that I figured out only now, reading at the packaging, is that the amount of protein per serving that was given was, if dissolved in water, okay, sorry, in milk. Like there's specific recipe guarantees like 30 grams of protein per portion if it's in milk, which means that, well, I do have milk, like I do eat milk daily. I usually dissolve the protein powder in water, which means that technically I was getting less protein per portion. And in that sense, it does make me prone to asking, is the rest of them also, like the other protein powders that I was having, also like per like milk, or is it? No, it doesn't look like it. Look, 72 grams per 100 grams, 76 per 100 grams, and that's without dissolved in water. Without dissolved in water, because this one's a very unusual in case of this one's 76 per 100 grams. Okay, this one is a very unusual because they mention the amount of, actually, hold up, this is the new one I bought, this one, the older one, 78, and this is 87. Huh. Okay, actually, on average, it's so for what's it called, for the grams of protein powder you're getting, they're essentially labeled as like, here's how much in 100 grams of this protein powder, and here's how much per portion, which is including if you including you adding it to milk, right? And so because of that, I was kind of like, huh, that's very unusual. And just now I just double checked it with the like the other protein powder that I had in my room, because I have like a bunch of them. And the other ones also label like 100 grams, but they actually label below some of the 100 grams compared to like this new one that I bought, which is interesting. At least for me, it's interesting as like a consumer, because I'm trying to like get the most for my buck, kind of. If it's still, even if it's like mislabeled on like, oh, like per portion including you dissolving it in milk, but it's still correct, it's still larger per 100 grams, I do count it like a, like it's fine, because I think the key part is not how much protein powder you get per I think the key part is not how much protein powder you get per portion, but how much protein powder there is total in a package, essentially. And that would be per 100 grams, you know? Because if it's essentially like this 400 gram jar, right? If per 100 grams you get 76 grams of protein powder, because obviously not can't be like 100% protein powder, it has to have some other stuff in it. If per 100 grams you get 76 grams of protein, then in 400 gram jar you're getting 720. 7 equals 28. 7.6, so it's 20. It's 200. No, if it's 28, it's 300. Yeah, just 304 grams. So you're getting 304 grams per package, right? And that means in 400 grams of like a different powder, it's like, let's say 64 grams of protein powder per package. You're getting less protein powder in the same amount. Actually, I am curious. How much? You can probably get like 100% protein powder, right? Like this is protein powder. How much protein powder in it? 100% maybe. Like it's a, like at the very least you can get like 99.9%. Is there anything wrong with getting 99.9% pure protein? Like, I assume... Hold up. Because... this is like 4.4 grams fat. Okay. 5.7 grams carbohydrates. 3 grams of it is sugar. Ballast stuff. I'm pretty sure that's fiber, of which there is 0.5 grams. 78% protein and 8 grams of salt. So I'm wondering. I mean, like if you're buying protein powder, right? It's not like you're really buying it for what's called. It's not like you're buying it for like nutrition. You're really buying it for one and only one thing, which is a powder, is a protein. I mean, right? So the more protein you put inside, the better. Put in carbohydrates and fucking fat and whatever inside is not very beneficial, I guess. Doesn't really give you anything. And also, is it like a negative Well, to be fair, most protein powder is made out of whey, which is, if you don't know, whey is essentially a leftover from milk. Well, not, yeah, kind of milk. Milk and cheese. Like if you want all natural milk, you're not gonna get whey. But if you're trying to get butter, you get buttermilk from it. And if you're getting cheese, you're getting whey from it, right? Because cheese is essentially, wait, but isn't cheese like protein? The fuck is cheese? Is cheese like 99% fat? Hold up. What part of milk is cheese? I don't know how else to type it. Cheese is primarily composed of casein protein and milk fat found in milk. During production, lactic acid bacteria and rennet cause the casein to coagulate into solid curds, which then separate. Yeah, so it is, as I was saying, it's protein. But casein, is it different from protein other you get protein? It is essentially concentrate form of solid components of milk, with most of the water and lactose, milk sugar removed. Yes. Fuck, this is wrong. What is casein? That are commonly found in mammalian milk, comprised about 8% of proteins in cow's milk and between 20 to 60% of proteins in human milk. You're telling me cows have more protein than human milk? Then why the fuck are all those bodybuilders drinking breast milk? What? Why higher casein content than other types of milk, with human milk having particularly low casein content? Does not appear to be essential in mammals. For example, okay, so it's different. It's different from just protein, right? All types of protein in milk are categorized to primarily in casein are insoluble and constitute 80% of protein. Whey proteins are soluble and make up remaining. So yeah, so when you make cheese, you get the whey proteins, which is like the other 20%. Okay. Okay, can we go back to casein? I want to find out what we use them for. Caseins are variety uses, from being major components of cheese to use as food additives. The most common form casein is sodium caseinate, which is a very efficient emulsifier. Casein is secreted into milk from mammary cells. What, you can make glue out of it? Huh, that's cool. Okay, what does your body use casein for? What does human body use casein for? I guess this is the best way I can ask it for. Human body uses casein primarily as a complete protein source to supply all essential amino acids required for muscle protein synthesis, tissue repairs, the healing of muscle fibers damaged by physical activity. Due to slow digestion and absorption rate, casein provides a sustained release of amino acids over several hours, making it particularly effective for overnight muscle recovery. Huh, interesting. Maintaining muscle mass and preventing muscle breakdown during periods of fasting. Wait, can you use cheese for muscle gain? Can you eat cheese for protein? I guess it's better. Protein. Cheese is a viable source of protein. It provides complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids derived primarily from casein. Yep. And whey. Protein content. Most cheese provide 5 to 8 grams of protein per ounce. How much is an ounce? Why is protein measured in grams, but the amount of cheese is measured in ounce? How much is ounce? How much is ounce of cheese? How much is an ounce of cheese? 28 grams. It's like one slice. Yeah. Okay, so one slice of cheese is 5 grams of protein. How many slices is that to 30 grams of protein that I'm getting from my fucking protein shake? Like 6 slices? Oh, that is a lot of cheese. 6 slices of cheese is a little bit too much, I think. God damn it. I'm clueless. What time is it?
Hi, buddy.
Look at this little guy.
It's okay. I know.
Aw. He's growling because he wants to be big and strong with him. Aw.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I know. I know. Alright, I'm gonna back away now, okay? Gonna back away. Okay?
Yeah, clearly somebody was trying to.
Wildlife photographers expected beautiful footage, but these animals had other plans.
If you want me to hold it, I can cuddle him.
Well, can I have more footage of animals? There it is. Oh. He will threaten. You know, it is funny how sometimes you'll have like a dog and a cat, and like a cat has like kittens, and then like the dog tries to like approach kittens, and like whenever the kitten hisses, like the cat immediately pounces on the fucking dog, like it's you know, like it was trying to attack them. Look at those small kittens are. They're so cute. They're so little. Look at your little kittens. Look at them. They look like a toy. Look at them. Oh my god. And what a majestic looking cat, by the way. I know if it's specific breed, but like, very nice looking cat. Has a nice soft fur. I mean, the dog is easy to recognize. It's a German Shepherd, you know. But you know, this is weird. How sometimes you have like a. I remember seeing like this meme where it's like dog people when like you don't recognize their like dog breed versus cat people where you don't when you don't recognize their cat breed, but like it's the was like the dog. They're like, no, he's like a mix, then something spaniel, you know, with a little bit of a mute, you know, and then the cat is like he's orange, you know. But I feel like shouldn't it be the opposite because like yeah, on average, I think like for people who care about genealogy and whatever of a cats versus dog, I feel like the dog person. An average dog person wouldn't care very much about the dog breed, but like the average cat person would be like, oh, there's like especially specifically when you like care about the breed, I guess, you know, because like I know I've met some people who were like with cats, you know, and they were like cool about not knowing what breed the cat is, but like then some other but some other people who had cats and they were like, no, this one is like a fucking, you can trace their lineage, you know, and shit like that.
Oh, I like playing Spider-Man.
Well, I hope you die because I'm not healing you, you stupid spider.
That's okay. I'm a pop monster. Thanks anyways.
You're not welcome, you're not welcome, you're not welcome.
I know. It's okay.
You know, I rarely get good Spider-Man on my team in comparison. Oh no, come on. You say that, but she gave you the Luna Snow fucking little snowflakes that like allows you to get self-healing. Get you healing while she's healing other people.
If you need heals, I'll heal you, don't worry. I'm just joking so you can relax, don't worry.
That's okay. I don't need it.
Like you see, he's actively getting healed, okay? Like this Spider-Man ult is always so risky. It always feels like Spider-Man always tries it whenever they're like at the least amount of health, and like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And I've seen too many Spider-Man on my team that tried it and just didn't work. You're like, time for Incredible Spider-Man, and they die, you know, and then you go, okay. Okay, fuck it up, brother. Especially because I'm Emma. Like I go either Emma or Penny, so it means that sometimes it is difficult when you're not matching. You know, like I just got out of like Emma's diamond form, or like I just thrown a web with a Penny, and then suddenly like somebody ults, and I'm like, I can't cancel this, you know. But like with Spider-Man, it almost always, whenever he ults next to me, I just go diamond form Emma and just fucking grab him by the fuck smash, you know.
GG's. You're mean. See ya.
Let him know. GG's. You're mean. Oh.
Oh, that's the music machine.
Music machine? How does it work?
Very simple. Watch. You put something in it, and a song comes out.
This is my office and my laboratory. That isn't true. It's more of an allegory. At 2 p.m., I'm always watching Lori. This is my office and the beats are predatory. Yeah, I play computer. Apple IIe. First-person shooter. Yeah, a musical machine. This animal's programmable. The notes are on the screen. Yeah, I play computer. Apple IIe. First-person shooter. Yeah, a musical machine. This animal's programmable. The notes are on the screen. Yeah.
Fucking awesome. Just a regular guy. A crazy intro, because that's not even part of an animation, that's just the intro. He's always with the hands with this guy. Actually, is it? Here's the thing. This guy, a lot of his animation have like very detailed hands, right? And is it this thing where... Wait, is this a different guy than from the one I was thinking about? Oh, I think it's a different guy. I was confusing him with a different guy who had like other animation that had a lot of like hands on it. But I was thinking about it in sense of like because essentially what I mean, if you know how to draw hands well, kind of what's it called? It's kind of like why don't you like show it off, you know? So you'll draw a lot of hands, just to show off like, yeah, I can do it. Like similarly, there is this guy, the guy who created Naruto, right? The guy who created Naruto. The reason everybody wears sandals in Naruto universe is because the guy knew how to draw feet very well compared to like compared to a lot of like other artists who don't know how to draw feet. So he just wanted to like show off like, hey, I got this skill, like I can like draw feet very well compared to like you fuckers. Like in comparison, there is this one animator under is it either Disney or Warner Bros. Who knew very well how to draw essentially 3D moving shots, you know, like a literally like moving the scene, you know, POV, which in turn, oh damn, that's fucking awesome. Which in turn was very impressive by like, well, anybody's standards, drawing like this by hand. This is fucking really cool design. Which was very impressive. Drawing it by hand. And so in that sense, like in any animation where he was stationed, he would be drawing this shit like look at this, I can like move an entire room just to show it off. Huh. There you go. You had the previous customer in there, or? Okay, that one's a little bit impractical, I would say. That's kind of dope. He can't get out. Wait, what? No. A pie is not what I was expecting. Excuse me? A pie? Okay, that one is a little bit... She made that man in the statue? The bald guy. Oh. The GTA San Andreas style fucking... God damn it. Except the bald. Except the bald is a fucking discrimination if I've seen one. Holy shit. That's cool. Bruh. I feel like you needed to supervise the second world as well. If he fucked up the first two like that, you know? No oxygen, huh? How did she die dressed like that? Like what happened there? What she died with? No, like is that no? But she's barefoot as well, so it's like it's all water. What was that world even? I mean, that's fair enough. Wait, is that all tomorrow's style type shit? Because that looks like an all tomorrow's. So all tomorrows, if you don't know, there's like a hypothetical, also not very hypothetical. It's like a future-based science fiction book. The idea of like humanity reached to the stars, and turns out there's aliens. Turns out those aliens really don't like us. Turns out those aliens really fucked with us. And transform us into like all kinds of creatures, including one where it's like a meat block that's like made to essentially be a living sewage system. Huh? Damn. Let me guess, he gets devoured by dragon or something? Come on, dragon gotta eat him. Dragon gotta eat him, come on. Yep. Aw. Damn. Oh, that's huh. Cool. Neat. What's this trailer? The game trailer, but I don't know what it's about. I fucking hate when they do the tinnitus sound because I do have tinnitus. So sometimes I get like this shit by myself, and it's like I don't need the reminder. And the trailer is fucking awesome, but like what the gameplay looks like. What's called Menace? I swear to God, if this is like a turn-based fucking RPG, I will ride. If it's like fucking XCOM. Oh, sludge. I love some sludge. Hey, yo. Menace game. Which it is. Okay, it doesn't. Is it? It is turn-based combat. Motherfucker. Again. Another turn-based combat. Thank you so much. I love myself some turn-based combat. Fucking hate it.
The law is an illusion. In the system, there are no cops, no judges, only executioners. What is justice without the just?
It's another turn-based, isn't it? Please stop making fools. No, it's not turn-based. Thank fucking god. Oh, it's cyberpunk like Ready or Not. Am I understanding it correctly? God, this motherfucker just red.
Multiple gang units converging on your position. Wipe the drive and reboot the block.
Wait, is it 6 versus 6? Yeah, I'm actually interested. What the fuck is this? Wait, McGordon? No. No, wait. Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold up. Excuse me? Hold up. That's actually... Hold up. That got me a little bit more hype even. What the fuck is this? Hold up. Defect. Game. Excuse me? You telling me Mike Gordon is behind this? Yeah. Developer. I mean, like behind it, not like.
The law is an illusion.
Not behind it, like he's out there coding, but like even hiring him for like the music is kind of fucking dope. It's a little bit more techno, at least in the trailer, but like.
In the system.
So okay, hold up. So it's action shooter FPS first person. Defect cyberpunk SWAT sim set in a dystopian world ruled by an AI. The system. Play in single player for deeper offline experience. Team up in a co-op or face off in a new 4v4 like 4x4. I don't know how else to say it. Like 4x4 is like the best way because like 4 multiplied by 4, I guess. But like PvP mode featuring dynamic multi-objective battlefield with advanced weapon and tech. Okay, pretty fucking cool. I like the idea. Wait, comic book? What the fuck do I mean comic book? Age rating for Germany. Am I logged into my... No, okay. Actually, hold up. What are the specs? Is it... No, it's... Because I was like, is it the same as like with the... What's his name? The same as the one with the fucking... fuck, I forgot the name. The same as Lego Batman, right? No, SSD. Controllers chaos fight as featured force crashing humanity beneath a boot of law or a gang fight. Would it be appropriate to be like, as a cop, to throw around some like anti-gang slur? No, not like an actual slur, but like just start calling them like trash or something. Like specifically, I mean, it's specifically in like a anti-gang way. Like goddamn criminal scum. Fight as a fear forces, gang faction, killing anyone on the path between them. Full control of the city. under the system. For me, when I look at this more than it is obviously like cyberpunkish, but it's also clearly Judge Dredd inspired. At least I think. What's this game? And why was it? It was recommended like right after it. Free to play or buy Finals Year 1 Deluxe Edition. Huh. Why is there a football player here? Interesting. When this game came out? Oh, 2 years ago.
What did they promise you? Freedom, family, the system.
Yo, 4 arms.
You're one of us.
No, 6. Fucking insane. No, I mean, honestly, I would fucking wishlist this game. This fucking looks awesome. This looks cute in comparison. This is a very cute looking game. Word Hero.
We got him. Hey, look what he's wearing. We're rich. No, don't touch that, you fool. Or better yet, let's leave this cursed bastard right where he is.
Wait, what? It's on a ring?
But you have no gold. Oh well. You can still use our physician, but you'll have to pay double later. Or else.
Wait, it's sci-fi? Excuse me?
And now you want armor. I still have this old scent. Not as fancy as what them soldiers get for pledging their loyalty. First, you'll pay me back, lad.
This is kind of interesting in the sense of like it's fantasy, but
I don't
also
care how you did it. Pleasure doing business with you. Hey, if you want a weapon as well, then you better learn how to forge one yourself. Nearly everything made here gets sent straight to the mainland. Or buy a few spell scrolls. And if you want to try out that new armor,
it's funny. It's inspired by
Zone
classics.
Calico, north
Very.
of the city. It's been infested with undead for a while.
It's funny when he casts spells. It almost like he does like punches, punching
Our
the spells
captain
into
could
you.
even reward you for clearing it out, on top of whatever you find in there. That is, if you decide to stay here with us in Westport, not get swayed by the Neo-Westlandia heretics, or those lunatic pelt folk in the mountains. Oh, and one last thing before you leave, stranger. Caught a glimpse of that fancy medallion you carry. For your sake, hide it better. Don't let anyone see it.
This is very cute. I mean, the game looks cute. I don't know if I would play it though. It's interesting. Huh. I mean, yeah, it's a demo. 'Cause I didn't see the price tag. I was like, huh, that's weird. But yeah, it's a demo. Interesting. I find it interesting as a game. But I do want to wrap up here. Tomorrow we're gonna come back to West of the Dead. I don't know how much longer I want to play this game. Like it's arguably it's I'm getting a little bit tired of it. After tomorrow though, it's gonna be After tomorrow is gonna be the what's it called? It's gonna be the
Hello, John. John Marston.
Do I know you?
I hope so. I seem to know you.
it's interesting. It's a compilation of multiple things you can do. So I didn't play Red Dead Redemption, so it's a little bit of a spoiler, but apparently you can meet this guy in a top hat, right? And then he'll talk about random NPCs you can meet as John Marston. And then he'll meet like he'll talk about like you meet him 3 times, he talks about like 1, 2, and 3. And then finally he'll like tell you like, oh, go there. And when you go to that place, turn out like he never existed or something. Like he could be time traveler or could be death itself.
Pretty good at remembering faces. Are you? Do you remember Hattie McCourt's face? Who? She was a girl Dutch Vanderlyn shot in the head on that raid on the ferry a few years back. Same one you got shot on. Pretty girl, until her eye was hanging out by a thread of tendon and her brain was plastered over a wall.
Not really.
Then why would you remember me, friend? You've forgotten far more important people than me. A friend of mine is drunk as a skunk in the saloon on Thieves' Landing. I think he's gonna be unfaithful to his dear wife.
Look, don't ask how, but I know what you're about to do. You don't want to do this.
The hell are you talking about?
Your wife, she loves you.
Shit, mister. I don't know who or what you are, but I guess you're right. I was raised better than this.
I hear that an old nun is traveling from the monastery, taking the money she raised at the bank. Why don't you head up there and see if you can lend her a hand?
Could you find it in your heart to donate some money for the poor?
Ain't it the Lord's responsibility to look over his flock? Not mine?
Yes, but the Lord has brought you to me so you could help me. All it would take is a few dollars to get them started on the right path so they could see there are those who care.
There you are, sister.
Gracias, señor. And God bless you.
Ain't this a beautiful spot?
What are you doing here?
My accounts. I'm an accountant.
Is that so?
In a way.
What's your name?
You know, it's the darndest thing. I can't remember.
Tell me your damn name and where you know me from.
Well, I know you from Mexico. I know you from back out west. Hell, I know you from all over.
Tell me your name or I won't be responsible for my actions.
Oh, but you will. You will be responsible. This is a fine spot. See you around, cowboy.
Damn you!
Yes, many have.
So yeah, from this dialogue, it seems like he's maybe death itself, especially because like there's a you do find him next to like a gravestone, right? But there is another time you meet him in Red Dead Redemption 2, and the way you meet him. Oh, serious. And in Red Dead Redemption 2, you meet him and like then you go to like a place and turn out you find him during his birth, maybe?
Got another story?
One more. There was a horse. The horse sought vengeance upon his enemy, a stag. But he could not kill the stag alone. The horse met a man, a hunter, and made a deal.
Ares! Destroy my enemies, and my life is yours.
He took the man's bit and bridle and allowed him to ride in a saddle on his back. Together, they killed the stag, and the horse tasted victory. But the hunter would not release the horse and made a slave of him.
So getting revenge cost him his freedom. Hope it was worth it.
It was not.
I can't believe they're making the remake gonna be like fucking next year. That's fucking sucks. I want it now. Anyway, Tomorrow we're gonna continue with West of the Dead. After tomorrow is gonna be Coden stream. After that, on Monday, Tuesday, it's gonna be Shifu. Then it's gonna be Quake 2. Then Quake 2 again. And then we may be coming back to West of the Dead. I'm not sure. That's what we are wrapping up. Thank you much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.